With 3 brackets, I start by ignoring the end bracket and doing FOIL just on the first 2. So x times x is x squared, negative 3x, positive 5x, positive 5 multiplied by negative 3 is negative 15. So I've got x squared, negative 3 plus 5, which is positive 2x, subtract 15. Once I've done that, then I can bring back in my 3rd bracket, and I'm going to do everything multiplied by the x, so x cubed plus 2x squared minus 15x, and everything multiplied by the 3, which is 3x squared plus 6x minus 45. Simplifying, I've got an x cubed. X squared, I've got a plus 2 plus 3. That's positive 5x squared. X's, I've got a negative 15 and a positive 6. That's negative 9x, and I've got a negative 45 on the end. To find the interquartile range, I need them in order first. So 14, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23, 24, 24. Find what's in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the 21. And then in the middle of the lower half is 17, middle of the upper half is 23. Range is the big take small, which is 6. Kobe has a median of 18.5, which is less than Carmelo, and an interquartile range of 10, which is more than. So who's more consistent? Well, it's not median that tells me, it's the interquartile range, so Carmelo is more consistent as interquartile range is smaller. We need to find the gradient to begin with. So the gradient is the change in the y's, so 5 subtract 2, over the change in the x's, negative 3 subtract 1. 5 subtract 2 over negative 3 subtract 1 is negative 3 over 4. So the equation is y minus the y value, which is 5, equals negative 3 over 4 to x minus the x value, which was negative 3. Then we've got to rearrange it. So the opposite of divide by 4 is to multiply by 4. Minus minus is plus. Expand the brackets on both sides. So I get 4y subtract 20 equals negative 3x subtract 9. And then I want the x's and y's on the left, so I'm going to move negative 3x to become positive 3x. And the numbers on the right, so negative 20 becomes positive 20. So I've got 4y plus 3x equals negative 9 out of 20 is 11. So the gradient of L1 is 3, because that's the amount of x's in the equation. L2, we've got to rearrange it to get y on its own. So the opposite of add 2x is subtract 2x. And the opposite of multiply by 6 is divide by 6. 1 over 6 and minus 2 over 6. So the gradient of L2 is how many x's? Negative 1 over 3. And if I multiply those two numbers together, 3 multiplied by negative 1 over 3, I get negative 1, which is what I need for perpendicular. Histogram question. Well, let's start by drawing the table. So 0 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 to 70. And we're told 0 to 20 is 26. So we can work out the frequency density, because it's frequency divided by group width, so 26 divided by 20, which is 1.3. So this is 1.3. So that's 1, that's 0.5. 1.52, 2.53, 3.5, 3.6, 0.51, 1.52, 2.53, 3.3, 0.51. Total number of plants, I've got to work out all these frequencies. So the frequency density multiplied by the group width, 20 to 30 is a group of 10. 3.3 multiplied by a group of 10. And 1 multiplied by a group of 30 gives me a grand total of 125 plants. Lawn and path, so the whole thing is a big rectangle. Its width is 3x plus 1 plus 1, so that's 3x plus 2. And its width is 2x plus 1. And we're told that that is going to be 100. Expand the brackets. And then we want to have 0 on the right, so I'm going to subtract 100. I've got 6x squared, plus 3 plus 4 is plus 7x, and positive 2 subtract 100 is negative 98. I can then solve this using the quadratic formula. And the quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Let's see what our two numbers are. So the positive one gives me 3.5. If I change that to a negative square root, I get negative 4.6. I can't have a negative garden, so I'm going to reject that one. So x is 3.5, and I want the lawn. And so the lawn is 3x wide and 2x high. So 10.5 multiplied by 7 is 73.5 square metres.